What's up, family? I hope that you are well. I hope that you are blessed. And I hope that you are safe. This is the Damien Jones podcast. I'm your host, Damien Jones. A lot on my mind right now. There's a lot on my mind. Man, these last couple weeks since the presidential debate have been insane. They have been absolutely insane. And I've been waiting purposely. This campaign season is always a long, drawn out affair. And hey, y'all, subscribe right now, like the broadcast, share the broadcast, follow me on X at Noble Negro with an E on the end. Comment, hit the Cash App, whatever you want to do. I want to get right to it because this is burning, right? It's always a long, drawn out process. So I said, let me wait till about July, August, when things really start heating up, because I don't want to get burnt out, because politics is exciting, but not that exciting the entire year. You got to wait till you get down to the last couple months when it really starts, the rubber starts hitting the road. If you want to know what I think about Biden and Trump and the debate, you can go look at my previous videos. You can go look at that, find out what I think about that. Appreciate that. But it's been very interesting. We saw what happened at the debate. We saw Trump's performance. We saw Biden's performance. But the media has been consumed these last few weeks with Biden, and not in a great way, not in a positive way. America is concerned about Biden's health, whether he's cognitive, whether he can do the job. And I won't get deep into that, but I think everybody's concerned. Republican, Democrat, Independent, American, whoever you are, I think people are honestly concerned in a genuine way about President Biden. Because when a lot of us objectively take out the politics stuff, when we see Biden, we see our grandfather, our grandmother, an older relative or loved one who has lost kind of their way. They can't control what's going on in their life, and they need people to help them. So people are honestly concerned. But that said, there still is a political game to be played. There's still a game to be played, people. And right before our eyes, now let me know what. Now look how this thing. I'm telling you, man. You stay around politics long enough, you see so many things change and maneuver. Just about 2 or 3 months ago, all the talk was about Trump and his legal troubles and his felonies, 34 felonies, Fulton County, Fonnie Willis, Alvin Bragg, New York, all this kind of stuff. That was the talk. Then they had a debate, and now the whole conversation has changed. So now it's about Biden. And what we're seeing, we are literally seeing the Democratic Party implode right before our very eyes, people. Come on. Am I lying about it? The Democratic Party is literally imploding before our very eyes. I've never seen the Democratic Party like this ever before. Never. I mean, this is monumental. This is monumental. I can't say that I'm relishing in it, but I've never seen this type of dissension within a party 4 months out from a presidential election. Never seen this before. This is crazy. And so you have folks that, I mean, let me get to my point. All right. Because I could do this for an hour, but I like to try to keep these 20, 30 minutes, right? Here's my premise here. My question to you. When we look at all that's happening within the Democratic Party, is Barack Obama behind all of it? Is Barack Obama plotting against his vice president, Joe Biden? Now, look, you have these Democrats have known for years. I mean, I saw it 4 years ago what was happening with Biden. And Americans see it every day. These Democrats have been lying about it. Oh, he's fine. Oh, there's nothing wrong there. Y'all think we're stupid? Right? And so we all see it. And now George Cloney, multi-million-dollar popular movie star, superstar actor. I can't name the movies, but you know George Clooney. Great friend of Barack Obama, Democrat. He held a fundraiser for Joe Biden about a month ago in LA with all his ritzy Hollywood elite friends. Big money. They came together. They raised $30 million for Joe Biden about a month ago. And it was a star-studded event of Barack Obama, George Clooney, I think Julia Roberts, I believe. Who's that other person that was there in that picture? Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was there. I mean, everybody was there to get behind Joe Biden, raise his money, right? George Clooney raised $30 million. That was the event. If you remember, that was the event, people, where Barack had to grab Joe's hand and walk him off the stage, right? Do y'all remember that? He had to walk him off of the stage because Joe Biden, at the end of the event, he was just lost. Didn't know where he was. He didn't know whose hand to shake. He was out of it. And Barack just really smoothly grabbed his hand and ushered him off stage. Let me say this about Barack. I'm not a big fan of Barack anymore. I respect him, but he's a smooth brother. He's a smooth brother, right? And he smoothly walked him off stage. The White House, you know, when criticism came, oh, that's a fake video. There was nothing wrong with him. He didn't have to walk him off stage. The president was fine. George Clooney wrote an op-ed in the New York Times today. I mean, this is bombshell stuff. You've seen Democrats, a few Democrats, House Democrats coming out the last couple of days. We want Joe Biden to step down. It's been a slow drip, but no big names per se. You have some donors, but this is a big one, right? Let me pull this up. All right, there it is. So let's talk about this for a minute. George Clooney wrote this, and here's what it says, people. In the New York Times, I love Joe Biden, but we need a new nominee. Look at the picture that they chose. Joe Biden looks out of it. You talk about dark Brandon, out of it, Brandon. Okay. And here's what it says. I'm a lifelong Democrat. I make no apologies for that. I'm proud, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, see, now he's softening the blow that he's about to throw toward Joe Biden. I love Joe Biden. This is called sandwiching, right? You sandwich your critique. You put something positive, then you sandwich that the negative criticism in there, then you try to end it with something positive. I love Joe Biden as a senator, as a vice president, blah, 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 blah. He's done well, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Here it is. But the one battle he cannot win is the fight against time. None of us can. And it's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Biden of 2010. No, it was 14 years ago. Sure, it wasn't. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. I agree, George. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate. Now, Clooney saw this 3 weeks ago. He didn't say anything. Barack saw it. All these people already knew this, which is why I don't understand why the staff allowed Joe Biden to go on that debate stage. Somebody's setting this man up because his staffers aren't that stupid. They're smart people. They ain't that stupid, right? You don't let a person that's frantic, that's dealing with challenges, that can't talk. You don't put them on a stage in front of people. Why did they put Joe Biden out there? But whatever, it happened. So here's what Clooney is saying. He was tired. He was cold. Here it is. But our party leaders need to stop telling us that 51 million people didn't see what we just saw. We're also terrified by the prospect of a second Trump term, blah, 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 whatever. Right? He mentions the Stephanopoulos interview the other day. It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And he tried to talk about Donald Trump, whatever. Your problem is Joe Biden. All right. So Clooney comes out with this op-ed. This is bombshell. Because here's the thing. This is why I raised this question. Is Barack Obama plotting against Biden? George Clooney would not write that op-ed without discussing it and running it by Barack Obama. He does not step out of line and write something as scathing as that in the New York Times unless he got the go ahead from Barack Obama. Let's be real, people. Barack Obama is still the Democratic president. He's the leader of Democrats. Joe Biden may be in the White House, but Barack Obama is running the White House. His old staffers, his aura is there. The ways of thinking is there. He's still young and vibrant. He can still offer his advice in a whole bunch of areas. He's still going on foreign trips and talking to dignitaries. Barack Obama is still the leader of the Democrats. So whatever he decides to do and tell the rank and file to do, they are going to do. So George Cloney, who just did a fundraiser with Obama, with Clinton, with Biden and others 3 weeks ago, do you think he writes this op-ed without talking to Barack Obama? Come on, people. Let's think about it. Let's think about it for a minute. Let's walk down this lane. Let's come down this road. It is widely known in political circles that the Bidens and the Obamas do not see eye to eye. It's widely known. It's widely known. Everybody knows it. You know, the everyday people may not know, but those that are in political circles, they know that there's this tension between the Biden camp and the Obama camp, and it's been that way for years. It's been that way for years. Now, they're professionals. They don't show it in the wide public as they shouldn't, right? I mean, we all work closely with people that we don't really care for, we don't like, but we have to get the mission done. So I respect that. But the Biden camp and the Obama camp are not peachy keen and cozy. Let's be real about it. There's a power dynamic there. Joe Biden has always wanted to be president. And the only way he could get to the White House was through a black man that had way less experience than him. Do you think, how did that make Joe and Jill feel? They wanted power, and they had to get it through this black guy, right? Remember that Barack never wanted Joe Biden to run. Never wanted it. Talked him out of it. Everybody said, Joe, don't do it. Barack said, Joe, don't do it. Hillary said, Joe, don't do it. For these very reasons that we're seeing, these medical issues, right? But Joe wanted the power. He wanted to do it anyway. Joe is not thinking about the country. Joe doesn't care about patriotism and what's best for the country. Joe cares about himself. He's been that way his entire career since 1973, since he was best friends with Robert Byrd and Strom Thurmond. He thought about himself when he wrote the 1994 crime bill. Joe's always thinking about himself. I don't want to get into the other issues with Hunter Biden and the business dealings. I don't want to even get into that. But sources say, and many people feel, that Barack feels that Joe is embarrassing his legacy. And when I say his legacy, embarrassing the Obama legacy. Now, I mean, let's keep it real. Joe would not be in the White House if it were not for his connection to Barack Obama. If Joe Biden was never Barack Obama's vice president, he would not sniff the White House ever in his life. So Joe and Barack are connected. But Joe is embarrassing the Obama legacy right now. He's bumbling, he's stumbling, he's fumbling. He was at a NATO meeting last night, and he literally told the secretary of NATO that he wanted to F his wife. I don't even know if he realized what he is saying, people. Joe's out of it. But my point is this. When you look at television, David Axelrod, which is one of Obama's closest advisors, he's on a press run right now, and he is tearing Biden apart. He's saying Biden's not fit. He's saying Biden's not well. Biden shouldn't run. Biden should drop out. This is coming from the Obama camp. This is similar to if you hear Rich Paul say something, it's coming from LeBron. If you hear David Axelrod say something of very, very deep proportions and impact, it's coming from Barack Obama. So the question is Barack Obama plotting against Joe Biden? Does he want him out of the White House? I mean, what does Obama gain from this? What does he gain from this? Well, in my opinion, he gets Joe out of the White House to stop embarrassing the Democratic Party, to stop embarrassing the Obama legacy, and helps the party move on. I mean, it's going to be difficult to move on. You're four months away from the general election. I don't care who you replace Biden with. You have no chance in hell of beating Trump. Let's just be real about that. All right. Y'all can be as optimistic as you want to be. 34 felonies, blah, blah, soul of the nation, democracy at stake. You're not going to beat Trump. Just be real about it. And I'm saying that from an objective standpoint. All right. The numbers don't add up right now. And most of you really agree with me if you really sit back and get out of your emotions and your feelings, right? But nobody's thinking about this. And this hit me today. I said, man, Barack is behind this. Barack wants him out of the way. And if Barack has told Axelrod to go out and trash Joe Biden, if Barack has signed off on George Cloney coming out in this way, that means with the DNC, 2 or 3 weeks away in Chicago, they already know who their replacement is. Let's just be real about it. Now. Let's act. Barack Obama is not a dummy. He's nobody's dummy. Let's just be real about it, right? You may disagree with his policies, but he's not nobody's dummy. And before you go and stick that knife into the king's back and twist it, you better have a contingency plan as to how to go forward. You don't make a mess and don't have a plan on how to clean it up. I believe they already have the cleanup plan. They already know who the replacement is. They're already wrangling up donors for that replacement. They already know what they're going to do at the convention and what backroom deals are going to happen and who's going to get the wool pulled over their eyes. There are going to be some hurt feelings in Chicago in several weeks. Jill Biden is going to be hurt. She is on this pedestal right now, and she loves the power. She's sitting in the chair in Air Force One. She's representing the United States at international meetings and things of that nature. She's on a power trip, and her feelings are going to get hurt because the Obama coalition is going to pull the rug from under her. Jill, time's up. Your time is up. You and Joe can go enjoy yourselves, but you won't be in the White House. Barack Obama is plotting against Joe Biden. The Democratic Party wants to move on. People don't want to say it. You know, there's some things you want to say in politics, but you can't say because there are implications to it. They might primary you. They might come after you. They might dig up your skeletons and things of that nature. So that's why you're only seeing a handful of people that are brave enough to just say, Joe, you got to go. That's why they chose somebody outside of politics in the entertainment world. Nothing can happen to George Cloney. He's not running for office. You can't do anything to him. He's going to make another movie. Be fine. This is very strategic from Barack Obama. He wants Joe Biden out of the paint. He's embarrassing the Obama legacy. He's embarrassing the Democratic Party. Hell, he's embarrassing America. Because again, at NATO, amongst international leaders, he told the secretary, matter of fact, let me find this video right now. I want to show y'all this. Let me find this. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. This is very important for y'all to see. I don't think many of you probably haven't seen this. Biden, NATO. Hold on. I mean, this is insane. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Damien Jones podcast. Appreciate you. Make sure you like this broadcast, share this broadcast right here.
I realize I was talking to your wife. I personally ask you to extend your service.
You hear that? You hear that?
Forgive me.
This is your president, people.
And you put your own guided this alliance through one of the most consequential periods in its history. I realize I was talking to your wife. I personally ask you to extend your service. Forgive me.
What? What? Come on, my friends. I mean, if Barack is behind this, I don't blame him. Joe got to go. Never should have got it here in the first place, but he has to go. Tell me what you think in the comments. Is Joe Biden, is Barack Obama behind this coup, this plan to get Joe Biden out of the White House? Is he plotting? Is he plotting against his own vice president? Tell me what you think. Until next time, this is the Damien Jones Podcast.